Again, anything was possible for girls. Don't accept anything less than equality. When I think about my book, I think it was my book state was always inside of me. It was always a story waiting to be told. From high school, experiencing this amazing transformative period of 4 years where you go from one day literally not being allowed to play in the boys' gym to 4 years later playing before standing room only crowds in that same gym, having parades with police and firemen, taking you through town, being on, every television channel and being the toast of the school. What that told us at that time was that, again, anything was possible for girls. If you would have sat us down and said, in 40 years, one day, there are going to be soccer stadiums filled with men, children, and women cheering on, hundreds of thousands cheering on a women's soccer team. We would say as 17 and 18-year-olds, well, yeah, of course, and I'm going to be the coach of the Bulls. My friend Connie's going to be the GM, and Shirley's going to be the owner, So then if you would have told us, yeah, but you know what, in 40 years, those same hundreds of thousands of people are going to be chanting for equal pay, I think we would have been devastated. So I think the message, I don't want it to be as uplifting as I think our story is. And it is a coming of age story as much as anything about this first generation of girls post Title IX that experienced this amazing freedom that our older sisters and cousins didn't have. In so many ways, I think our story is very inspiring. But at the same time, I think that people, for all we accomplished in those days, we haven't come a long way, baby, as much as people think and as much as we should have. In the early 70s, there were many more women coaches, coaching both girls and women and coaching boys than there are today. I mean, what does that say? For every good stat that says 80+% of women in Fortune 500 played team sports. It's no coincidence that many successful women played team sports. There's also the women's soccer case that's still going on to fight for equal pay. There's so many examples of women still fighting, obviously, for equal rights in so many, many ways. So I think that it's a great glimpse, our story, of what it could have been, of all the hope that we held in the 70s, and how far we've come in some ways, and how not so far we've come in so many other ways. So I'm not sure I meant it to be, such a lesson and a treatise, as well as, as much as just a good story. I hope it's still a good story, but I hope it also packs a little punch, as well.